Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to make this video today about our experience with the Sonrise program. If you are not familiar with the Sonrise program, I will link their website below so you can check it out. But chances are, if you are watching this video, you have either searched Sonrise program or you stumbled across it kind of like I did. My son is autistic, and that is pretty much the whole reason I created my channel. And in December of 2012, I started going on YouTube looking at different biomed interventions because I had heard from a few people that it could be really beneficial for kids with autism. And it's when I did that I found the Sonrise program videos. And I watched a couple of them and it almost seemed too good to be true. But I decided just, for the hell of it, to contact the Sonrise program directly and find out what they were all about and how much it cost and things like that. And I didn't realize that it was in Massachusetts. So I pretty much felt like there was no way I was going to be able to go to it. And I read all these things and all these, people were talking about how amazing it was, and I just was so excited, but I was so bummed at the same time because I'm like, well, there's no way I'm going to be able to go to Massachusetts. I live in Arizona. So, and it just looked really expensive. But for the hell of it, like I said, I decided to contact them directly. And the very next day, I was contacted back. I can't remember her name for the life of me, but she was very nice, and she basically asked me if I'd be able to come, if there were some way for me to come, would I be able to buy a plane ticket? And I didn't think I'd even be able to buy a plane ticket because I thought it was going to be super expensive, but they had all these different resources for me to try to fundraise to fly my way out there, and that they would cover, because of my financial situation, that they would cover the rest in a scholarship that they offer. So I was lucky enough that they awarded me a scholarship, and I was able to get the money together to buy a plane ticket, and literally within a matter of weeks I was on a plane to Connecticut to go to Massachusetts for the Sonrise program. I was there for a week for what they call their startup program, and basically it is play-based therapy, and they teach you, different high energy interactions with your child to get them kind of to join their world so much rather than trying to bring them into yours. And I met some of the most beautiful people I've ever met in my entire life when I went there. It was an amazing experience for me. So if you are considering going to the startup program, I would absolutely 100%, no matter what you need to do, try to go, because it's just such a positive, just great experience. You'll meet the nicest people, and they really are so positive. Like, it makes you change the way you look at your situation, because someone like myself, I am a young mom, I'm a single mom, and I was always so down on my situation and what I had going on. And leaving there, I left with a new outlook on everything, because it really is about accepting your child's autism and loving them for who they are and how they are, rather than focusing on, how hard your life is. So after we left the I left the Sonrise program. We came home and just basically talked with my family, trying to get a group together, because the basis of the Sonrise program is to come home and do, your play-based therapy at home. So that's what gets me to my next topic and the Sonrise program. It's the only thing I really didn't care for. And I understand there are certain principles that go along with the program that you need to follow in order to have a successful outcome. But for my family in particular, my son is really attached to the iPad, and I feel like he's learned so much from his different apps that we use on that. And part of their ideology is to not use electronics. So that was something that we couldn't really, put into our routine. But I did implement, their high energy, attitude and doing certain things with my son. And I never, before that point, got the eye contact that I got from him. He started saying full words. just doing things, almost just taking myself to his level and joining his world rather than trying to constantly bring him into mine. And it was amazing. It was like almost like a no-brainer. How did I never think of this? How did I never think to just get down and play with him and join him? And that is a huge thing with the program, is joining. So I feel like that was one of the greatest things that I took away from that program, was the idea of joining him and just letting him know that it's okay to do the things that he's doing, and, you know, introducing him to my world as I'm entering him into his, or entering into his world. So we did not run a formal Sonrise program because we just didn't have the resources to do it. In order to run a successful Sonrise program, you need to have volunteers and people who are willing to, you know, spend the time. I think they say like 30 hours a week or at best in the playroom. And that's another thing, is you have to be able to set up your playroom and have the resources to do that. So if you're watching this video and you're considering going to the startup program, just know that those are things that you will have to consider after the fact, that I didn't realize. So, I mean, it's nothing crazy, but you have to at least be able to have a room that you can set up to be your playroom that is solely for the playroom purposes. And I didn't know that at the time. So, wrapping this up, the Sonrise program for me was an amazing opportunity. I still implement some of the things that I learned at the Sonrise program at home now with my son. We do not run a full-time program, but he has progressed beautifully, better than I could have hoped for. So I am very grateful to them. They're such nice people, and you'll meet the best people there. I'm not kidding you. Like, I have made two of the best friends of my entire life from that experience. Being around other people who know what you're going through and who have been through some of the things that you've been through makes you just look at things differently. When you feel like you're not alone, I just feel like it's the best feeling in the world to know that there are other people like you, that there are people who have been through what you have been through and what you are going through, people who you can learn from, who you can take from their opportunities and maybe do something different. You know, just things like that, just knowing it's almost like a little family that you're meeting there, and you'll go away with some of the best friends and knowing some of the best people and having more resources to enter your life, to have people you can call on for advice, you know, anything like that. So in a nutshell, that was my experience with the Sonrise program. I probably rambled way too much, but anyway, thumbs up for the Sonrise program. I liked it. Anyways, if you like this video, please thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And like I said, I'll link the Sonrise program information below. And until next time, thank you.